Hey you guys, this is Shorty Rara and I'm back at it again with another review of the House of Payne Reboot. Can I just be frank with you guys? Episode 5 was really gonna make me throw in the towel because midway through the show, I was actually almost about to fall asleep because they literally weren't doing anything. They just couldn't even get to the point. I had to pause it and try to watch something else because like I said, I was about to fall asleep. I just was like, come on, this is so boring. Stop dragging out these scenes already. It boggles my mind how Tyler just can't develop a plot and be concise. He could have easily combined these two episodes into one, easily. Same for the previous episodes. Nonetheless, I know he's doing this on purpose, to make money and maximize his viewership. It's a business strategy. In return, he's giving us this McDonald's 2-for-1 deal, kind of like the McPick 2, like, can I get a McPick 2? Remember that? Which isn't a bad thing, but that doesn't excuse the piss poor, badly edited disaster pieces that have been presented to us for 3 weeks now. I'd rather have one well thought out episode per week that's of good quality and follows the standard A, B, and C plot structure with the characters doing something for once, as opposed to having 2 episodes where the plot is lost in translation, the characters walk and talk, sit down and talk, stand up and talk, argue with each other for 5 more fucking minutes, and then talk some more about what? Nothing. If you thought Seinfeld was about nothing, oh no, you're absolutely wrong. House of Payne has surpassed it. House of Payne. Let's sit and talk. Anyway, let's jump right into episode 5. Jasmine and Ella arrive at the Payne's home and try to settle down for their talk until Curtis interjects and asks Ella about his dinner. Ella, more than once, tells him to buzz off because she has an important conversation with Jasmine. Curtis, being the self-centered beach whale that he is, aggravates his wife about getting dinner started. They do this for nearly 3 minutes. When that's all said and done, Ella and Jasmine talk about traditions. Then Curtis comes back to harass Ella some more about being hungry, and Ella is like, I want to talk to Jazzy. This goes on for another 3 minutes. Finally, they're alone, and Jasmine blurts out that she wants to have sex, which horrifies Ella to the point of her waddling away into the kitchen. Jasmine confronts her aunt about why she left, and Ella does her best to avoid the talk. Curtis butts in, and Ella shoos him away once more, and finally, they're alone and they begin their conversation. Ella tells Jasmine about abstinence, saving oneself for marriage, and not being a number because a man will respect you if you wait. Jasmine agrees to wait. Ella cries. The end. Uncle Curtis has been going off the deep end lately. His sexist comments are unwarranted. He didn't even do this in the original, so why now? I can't stress this enough as to how displeasing he is. Ella just keeps repeating, Curtis, Curtis, to where it loses all meaning. When did she become such a doormat? You just gonna let your indignant jerk of a husband speak to you that way? Wow. Yet she's giving Jasmine advice about men. Think about that.
Now clock in on this crock pot.
I don't know about you, Jasmine, but I wouldn't seek advice from a woman whose husband demands her to make dinner. I don't like the way sexuality between the sexes is handled in House of Payne. Although Malik was encouraged to wait until marriage to have sex, the men of the family still gave him condoms. But the way they address it with Jasmine, it's a whole different story. Why is it so shocking that Jasmine is interested in sex? She's an adult and in college, so it's not as if she's still in high school. I get the sentiment about waiting and not being forced into something you're not ready to do, but at the same time, why not emphasize safe sex also? There should be a balance. Yes, I prefer that you wait, but at the same time, if you feel that you're ready, protect yourself and understand consent and that it's okay to say no. And this idea that making a man wait equals respecting you is a very naive way of thinking. Suppose you make him wait and then decide to have sex and he dumps you. What then? Tyler should have been more mindful and realistic with this discussion. Lord, it's like watching an after-school special. So one-dimensional and basic. Anyway, let's just move on to the next episode. Malik, Janine, and CJ are at home getting ready for their day. Malik decides to be a jerk to his parents by talking back and refusing to help his mother. Calvin comes over. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Calvin, is that you?
I wanna please you. I wanna please you.
Sorry, let's continue. Calvin is in despair about the divorce with Miranda and how it's been going on for far too long. After he leaves, Malik expresses his disdain for marriage while in the same breath insults his parents and siblings. CJ leaves to support his cousin in court when Miranda barges in like Willona from Good Times and seeks solace from Janine. Miranda is upset about Calvin only willing to pay $1,000 a month in child support despite making 6 figures, but Janine reminds her that she makes more money than Calvin. Miranda is offended by this, but Janine tries to explain that she isn't choosing sides. Miranda calms down and thanks Janine for hearing her out. Later, we see Calvin and CJ at Ella and Curtis's house as Calvin is frustrated with Miranda wanting more from the divorce. Janine shows up and wants to speak with Ella. She tells Ella about calling Miranda up, but Ella doesn't want to speak with her until Janine butters her up with some Bible verses and Christian spirit. Ella relents and Janine admits that Miranda is in the backyard. Ella realizes she's been set up but agrees to speak with her. That's it. I was hoping for CJ and Janine to kick Malik's ungrateful ass out because he was really getting out of pocket.
Damn, calm down. What? Whoa, you just swole up on me like that? You better say it with your chest. All right, calm it down, Pops. That chest a little past his prime, eh?
I don't care if Malik is grown. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, dum-dum.
Wait, but he ain't got nothing. He broke. Broke from broke equal broke. Broke from broke equals broker.
Waynehead here shouldn't talk about anyone being broke. You don't have a job, you had to move back in with your parents, and you're about to have a whole ass baby with your stripper girlfriend, yet in your twisted little mind, you think you have one up on Calvin? Talk about delusional. I was appalled by Malik's snotty attitude towards his parents and kid siblings. Like, what the fuck? This is coming from a guy who was so nervous about revealing his girlfriend's pregnancy. Now suddenly you don't have a problem running your mouth? Then Malik says this stupid line.
Boy, that's your cousin. All right, my blood.
Wow, so you guys are magically related by blood now? When did this happen? Malik, did you forget that your father is adopted, or do you need a refresher?
I got one. Okay, Curtis. Yes? CJ doesn't know he's adopted. What?
Who cares about continuity when you're a billionaire, right? How come the twins don't have a speaking role? Not one word is uttered from their mouths, let alone a cough. Are they supposed to be stage props, background decoration, mute? Like, what's the point of having them on here if they're just not going to interact with the family? If they were toddlers, that's one thing, but they look to be around 5 or 6 years old, so what's the excuse here? They both look so confused. That Jaden kid is so tall that he upstages his sister half the time. Miranda busting into Janine and CJ's house was so random. Like, how was she able to steer clear of CJ? Was she hiding in the bushes or something? I was never a fan of Miranda, but I understand where she's coming from about Calvin's immaturity and lack of ambition and feeling some type of way about him leveling up since they separated, but still, it's like, girl, move on. You're making yourself unhappy. And besides, you were the one who wanted to divorce him, not the other way around. Also, how the hell is Calvin broke but has a 6-figure job? Is he being irresponsible and living above his means? I don't get it. And according to Janine, Miranda makes way more than Calvin, so why is she complaining about this child support? Why is everyone surprised about this divorce dragging on for years? This family practically lives within walking distance from one another. I thought they were close enough to give each other daily updates or something. Janine was totally wrong to ambush Ella like that by bringing Miranda over to the backyard, knowing that the family isn't on good terms with her. And that's another problem. Why is Calvin forbidding the family from talking to her? That's pretty cruel considering how Miranda is the mother of his second child. She'll always be in the picture one way or another. Overall, episode 6 was an improvement over episode 5, and even then that's not saying much. Episode 6 left me with more questions that I know I'll never get the answers to. Malik is now officially my least favorite character. He needs his mouth sewn shut. I hated how CJ and Janine started second guessing their happiness and marriage thanks to their goofy ass motherfucking son. Ella's talk with Jasmine was a waste of time and wasn't all that informative. Miranda and Calvin are both morons. I wish these two would just grow the fuck up already. Honestly, I have nothing else to add. I just think this whole show is a hot mess. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.